A B-52 Stratofortress just crashed at Edwards Air Force Base this morning in California on American soil. At 11:20 a.m. Pacific Time, one of the most powerful bombers in the United States military arsenal went down shortly after takeoff. Massive plumes of black smoke are visible from miles away. Emergency crews are on scene right now. The situation is described as ongoing. And the timing of this crash, on the exact same day that Iran shot down an American Apache helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz and Trump vowed the United States must respond, is the kind of detail that stops you cold. Because this is not a normal week. This is a week where American military assets are under pressure from every direction. And now on American soil, at the Air Force's premier flight test facility, a B-52 is burning on the runway. Here is everything confirmed right now. Edwards Air Force Base posted an official statement on social media. A United States Air Force B-52 Stratofortress crashed shortly after takeoff on the Edwards airfield at 11:20 a.m. Emergency crews immediately responded to the scene, and the situation is ongoing. More information will be provided as it becomes available. That is all the official statement says. No crew status, no cause, no tail number confirmed, no casualties reported yet. What we do know from aerial footage and images emerging from the base, there is a massive fire burning on or near the main runway, and a column of thick black smoke rising high into the Mojave Desert sky visible from miles in every direction. Unconfirmed social media reports identify the aircraft as B-52H tail number 6061. If confirmed, that detail matters enormously. Because according to flight test record, B-52H 6061 is the same aircraft that flew from Boeing's San Antonio facility to Edwards in December 2025 after receiving a modernized AESA radar system. This is not an old bomber sitting in a hangar. This is one of the Air Force's most advanced test aircraft, a B-52 undergoing cutting-edge modernization as part of the most significant upgrade program the Stratofortress has seen in decades. The B-52 commercial engine replacement program is currently in the process of replacing the bomber's 8 original Pratt & Whitney engines with Rolls-Royce F-130 engines. That program recently cleared critical design review, with Boeing authorized to begin modifying test aircraft in 2026. Whether today's crash is connected to that modernization program, the radar upgrade work, or another test mission entirely, the Air Force has not said, but the context matters. Edwards Air Force Base is not a routine operational base. It is the Air Force's primary flight test center. It is home to the 412th Test Wing. Some of the most sensitive, advanced, and strategically critical aircraft testing in the world happens on those runways. A crash there is never just a crash, and this one didn't happen in isolation. It happened on a day when the United States military is already absorbing a significant blow. Less than 24 hours ago, Iran shot down an American Apache helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz. Trump declared the United States must respond. The entire Middle East is watching to see what that response looks like. American military planners are in the middle of that calculation right now. And in that exact moment, a B-52, the backbone of America's strategic bomber fleet, the aircraft that carries nuclear weapons, the aircraft that conducted strikes during Operation Midnight Hammer against Iran earlier this year, goes down at the testing facility responsible for its modernization. This is also not the first military aviation incident in recent weeks. Task and Purpose reports this crash is the latest in a string of military flight mishap. On May 17th, 2 Navy EA-18G Growlers collided midair during an airshow at Mountain Home Air Force Base. On June 13th, just 2 days ago, a Marine Corps FA-18 Hornet crashed near Mount Rainier during a training flight, with the pilot ejecting. 3 military aircraft incidents in less than 30 days. And now a B-52 burning at Edwards. The question that nobody in the Pentagon is answering right now is the one that matters most. Is this a coincidence of timing, or is it a signal of something deeper? Because the American military has been in an active combat theater for over 100 days. The demands on aircraft, crews, maintenance teams, and logistics chains have been extraordinary. The B-52 fleet is aging. The average age of a B-52 in the U.S. fleet is over 60 years old. These are aircraft that have been flying since the Eisenhower administration. The modernization program at Edwards exists precisely because the Air Force knows it cannot fly these aircraft indefinitely without major upgrades. When you push aging aircraft through accelerated testing programs during an active war footing, the risk envelope changes. And when the Air Force's most important strategic bomber goes down on the same day Iran shoots down an American helicopter and Trump vows retaliation, the American public deserves more than a social media post that says the situation is ongoing. Where is Pete Hegseth? Where is the Secretary of the Air Force? Where is a single official standing at a podium explaining what happened to that crew, what the cause might be, and what it means for American military readiness at this specific moment in time? because here is what the B-52 represents strategically. It is not just a test aircraft. It is the platform that carries the AGM-86 cruise missile, the aircraft that can loiter over a target area for hours, the bomber that Iran knows by name and by capability. When Trump says the United States must respond to the Apache shootdown, the B-52 is one of the tools in that response toolkit, and one just crashed. The crew status remains unknown. The cause is unknown. The connection to any specific test program is unconfirmed. All of that information will emerge in the hours ahead, but what is already clear is that this crash landed on the worst possible day. A day when American military credibility is already being tested over the Strait of Hormuz. A day when the decision about how to respond to Iran is sitting on Trump's desk. A day when every adversary watching the United States is looking for signals of strength or weakness. A burning B-52 on a California runway sends a signal. The only question is what signal the White House chooses to send back. We are watching this story develop in real time. The moment crew status and cause information is confirmed, we will update immediately. Subscribe now and turn on notifications, because in the next few hours, the picture of American military readiness on this day is going to become a lot clearer, and what it reveals may be the most important story of the week.